Here, back in the fantasy bar, talking some baseball. 6 of my favorite plays ready for you on this Monday night slate for FanDuel and DraftKings, including a couple of my favorite stacks. We will get started for you. A starting pitcher in a great strikeout matchup. I'll give you one of my favorite value plays on the slate. And of course, my favorite play on the entire slate. Who we talking about? Only one way to find out. It's time to belly up to the fantasy bar. Welcome in, guys. Monday edition Beers Daily Fantasy Six-Pack. Hope you guys had a great weekend. We are back talking some baseball. 6 of my favorite plays fresh off the tap on FanDuel and DraftKings. Thank you, as always, for stopping by and checking out today's video. Now, before we get into those plays, do me a favor. Hit that tip jar, that thumbs up button to continue to bring you these free videos. Thank you for that. Subscribe, hit that notification bell if you have not already. All right, let's jump into it here, and let's start with a stack. And we're going to roll with Atlanta here. First piece, outfielder Marcell Ozuna. So good start to the year here for Ozuna. 3 multi-hit games over his last 5, to no surprise. Led this team last season with a WOBA near 400 against left-handed pitching. That number to open this season, 479. So really seeing it well from left-handed pitching. Gets a ton of hard contact as well, 67% over the course of last season, and so far to open up this season, 71.4%. Lucas been decent to start the year, but I like this spot for the Braves and Marcell Ozuna. All right, let's add another piece here at third base with Austin Riley. So Riley, really slow start to the season, kind of like this Braves team, starting to wake up a little bit. 12 hits in 5 multi-hit games for Austin Riley over just his last 6 games. Was solid against lefties last season, 346 WOBA, ISO over 200, so some power in this bat, as we know. And as we mentioned, Lucas off to a decent start. Those starts came against Washington and Boston. Some underlying numbers here against righties, though. We talk about our power mix, combination of hard hit rate and fly ball rate, 44 and 39% to righties so far this season. And the batting average on balls in play, just 167. So quick tutorial on that number for people who don't know what that means. Any ball that is put in play, what is the batting average for the batters? Generally much higher than we're seeing here at 167. I think Lucas due for a little bit of negative regression here. I like the Brave stack here, particularly Ozuna and Riley. All right, let's get you my favorite value play on the board in the outfield with Cameron Misner of Tampa Bay. So really like the prices here. I think this guy's a little bit too cheap, so good value. Under 3,500 on DraftKings, way under 3,000 over on FanDuel. 34 at-bats so far this season against righties and putting up some big-time numbers. WOBA pushing 500 and an ISO approaching 300 here. Tanner Houck, solid pitcher, but has struggled with lefties to open up the season. 499 the WOBA allowed thus far. 333 ISO as well on 58% hard contact. So I think Tanner Houck going to be a popular pitcher here tonight. A way to get different. Maybe stack Tampa Bay. If not, use this one-off value in Cameron Misner. All right, speaking of starting pitchers, let's get you my favorite guy in Dustin May of the Dodgers. So Dustin May always been kind of up and down throughout the course of his career. We've seen that already over his first 2 starts. Had a really good start, had a rough start. I think he bounces back in a big way here tonight. So let's talk about the Dodgers bats. Not going to include any of them here in the 6-pack, but another stack I really like tonight. In fact, could probably make a 12-pack and include 6 Dodgers. That's how much I like them tonight against Sanzatella. So that's good news for Dustin May, who should have plenty of run support behind him. Plus, strikeout upside big time here against this Colorado team, striking out at the highest rate in all of Major League Baseball against right-handed pitching at over 30% to open up this season. I think a big day coming here tonight for Dustin May. All right, back to the bats at first base with Vinny Pasquantino of Kansas City. So we haven't seen a ton of production or power, and I say yet because I know it's coming from this guy. Too good of a hitter to be this bad to open up the season, so we should get low ownership here. And some of the underlying numbers certainly encouraging. That ISO at 227 against righties and a 52% hard contact rate. So those home runs are coming, and I think it could start as early as tonight. Carrasco really struggled with lefties last season, 360 WOBA, 218 the ISO, and we are seeing the exact same kind of trend to open up 2025. 381 WOBA with a 267 ISO. So I think Pasquantino, prices are down. Love the matchup tonight here at potential low ownership against Carlos Carrasco. All right, it's time. Take a look at my favorite play for Monday night. Before we do that, let's continue our Beast of the Night contest. How do you play? Very easy. All you got to do, click that thumbs up button, head to the comment section, and guess fantasy points on DraftKings for my highest scoring hitter. We're going to give you 5 bats. All you got to do is guess the number of whichever of my 5, get the highest score on DraftKings. Don't even have to guess who it is. We've made this super easy for you. Just throw a number in there. If my highest scoring hitter is closest to your guess what? You're going to win a free week of RotoGrinders Premium just for hanging out with me today in the fantasy bar. All right, let's wrap it up with my favorite play for Monday night. You know, Matt, beast of the night. All right, beast time. We promised you 2 stacks. We gave you Atlanta. We will continue here with Kansas City at shortstop with Witt Jr., tonight's beast of the night. Don't generally like giving you such an expensive play here in the B spot, but I think there's plenty of savings on the board here tonight. And this is the bat I definitely want to get into my lineups here tonight. It's been so consistent, hits in 14 of his first 16 games. In fact, double-digit DraftKings points in half of his games to open up the season. That's without some of the power that we have not seen yet. So we haven't seen the ceiling that we know is in this bat with Witt Jr. But again, Carlos Carrasco could unlock that ceiling. We talked about how bad he is against lefties. He's even worse against righties. 552 the WOBA and a 500 ISO so far to open up 2025. And look at that hard contact rate at an insane near 85%. The righties love the Royals here tonight. And Witt Jr. easily my favorite play on the board and tonight's beast of the night. All right, guys, that'll do it for our Monday 6-pack. If you have any comments, questions, or feedback, you know where to find me. 2 places. Hit me up in that YouTube comment section right below the video or on Twitter at Beermakersfan. Don't forget your guess. DraftKings points for my highest scoring hitter. Just the number. Super easy. And if you're closest, you win that free week of RotoGrinders Premium. For RotoGrinders.com, I am Beer saying salut, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out today and watching the video. Best of luck on tonight's slate. We'll be back tomorrow with another video. Thumbs up button and subscribe. Hit that notification bell if you have not already. Good luck tonight, guys. Thanks again for hanging out, and we will see you.
Thanks for checking out our videos. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more DraftKings, FanDuel, and other DFS content. And you can check out our daily live show schedule on RotoGrinders.com/videos.